Okay, now it's showing up. Let's see if we got the volume working. I think I got the mic working now. If you're watching and you can hear me talking, feel free to say something in the chat. So right now I'm just setting up my masteries, since there are some fights in Labyrinth of Legends you want to have a certain setup. Attack looks good. I'm not hearing any volume, so Testing. Still not getting any volume. Man. Testing, trying to get this mic to work. Alright, please work this time. Any volume this time? Still nothing, huh? Looks like I got it working. Looks like I got it working. Yeah, it's working, but I'm not wearing the headset. I get to talk right into the phone for the Labyrinth of Legends run. I'm not wearing the headset. I get to talk right into the phone. So this will be interesting. I haven't heard of Air Server Dreamin' 34. I'll have to check that out because I've been using Streamlabs with a Easy Mic app, but it loves to mess up. Okay, so I'm setting my masteries up for the Labyrinth run. Air server for the screen capture, huh? Yeah, as soon as this stream's over, I'm checking that out. Okay, so my attack setup looks good, so I'll start on defense. I finished Labyrinth of Legends in May, so let's see if I can remember the mastery setup I used. Let's see. Yeah. So I used Star-Lord for pretty much like 90% or more of exploring Labyrinth of Legends. But for this run, I'm using Sentinel, Proxima, and Gladiator Hulk for the Magik fight. Yeah, she's not very popular, is she? Okay, so yeah, I'll go back to my thoughts on Proxima in a second, but let me finish my mastery setup. So one mastery that's really important for the Magik fight, I think it's Pacify? Let's see. Yeah, so the Pacify mastery is really important for the Magik fight. If you can time your parries or stunning Magik, like right before she fills a bar of power, you can decrease her limbo accuracy by 30%. Jeez, 90... If it makes you feel better, Dreamin', I used 103 on her so far. But I've actually been pretty happy with Proxima. And I still have 2 cosmic gems I haven't used yet that are gathering dust. Hopefully we get a new symbiote character next month. Doc Strange, thanks for stopping by. MODOK yesterday? Oh, I guess, hey, we got 2 members of 4 Loki watching. That's awesome. Okay, so now to use the rest of the mastery points. I'm not using any bleed champs. I think I'm just gonna go with the let's see how many I need for willpower. 15. I've got 10. Yeah, screw it, why not? Oh, never mind. I figured with your guys' conversation you were talking about an alliance war. So I'm gonna max willpower for this. If I make it to X23, that could be useful if she gets a hit in. For sure, I got you, Doc Strange. Let's get Limber back up to in case I get stunned somehow. Okay, I think we're good to go. Yeah, that's good enough. Not really going to make a difference if I change anything. Yeah, willpower is not going to help Sentinel, but it may help Proxima on some of the fights. And so if like Spidey gets an armor break or X23 gets a bleed or something else, it'll be useful. So here we go. So Sentinel, Proxima, and Gladiator Hulk. He's already in there for the main guys, and then for the synergy, we've got Corvus and Nebula. And I don't know why Voodoo's in there. There we go. Yeah, Dreamin', I already got into a little bit of a debate about using Proxima for some of the fights on the Facebook Vets group. But here's why I think she might do okay. So her synergy with Nebula, as you can see, she gets a 15% attack bonus when she gets true accuracy, and with her signature ability, once she gets her permanent true accuracy, that's a permanent 15% attack boost. And then with Corvus, she's only going to need a 75 hits. There it is, 75 hits to get her signature ability. So she can activate it faster. She'll get the attack boost from Nebula. And then we have the attack percentage bonus. Right there, Corvus and Nebula, Proxima and Gladiator Hulk. Yeah, Proxima's kind of weird. I mean, what was it? Our alliance leader made a comment yesterday during Alliance War about how, like, all these new champs we're getting this year, you have to take a freaking class to understand them, and even then, sometimes that's not enough. But when I got Proxima, I had been holding on to 3 cosmic gems for over 3 months. No, sorry, 3 cosmic gems for over 6 months, since December. So I was very anxious to use a gem, and I didn't use any stones on her at first, but I used her out Awakened and actually really liked her, so let's see how she does. I'm not going to use her for the first fight, but she'll get Old Man Logan. John, so I'm doing LOL again just because I'm kind of bored. So our alliance kind of took a break from grinding alliance events this week, and I've got items in stash, so I figured why not try an LOL live stream. I will say that LOL live streams, they look much harder. It's easier when you can take breaks and like even go to sleep and finish the next day. So this is probably going to be the hardest run I've done. So let's see how Sentinel does. So with Sentinel, it helps to attack while the AI is blocking. You can build up more charges fast that way. Oh, there's the evade, almost. So I'm going to use the SP2 now, since I don't think he'll shrug it off. He doesn't have those heat charges. Now that we've got the analysis complete, the Incinerate will be lasting twice as long. But I'm going to wait until he does his, whatever it's called. Let's see. That overheat. Okay, so now I'll use the SP2 to get the long Incinerate damage. Take the bait there on the intercept. Careful. So I used Proxima on a Red Hulk trial a few weeks ago. I forget how many hits it took to take him out. Somewhere between 400 and 500, I want to say. So let's see how many Sentinel, or how many hits it takes Sentinel to take out Red Hulk. I know you can take him out because Blue Marvel, past Omni member, I think he's in Slicing 1 now, or SGA 1, but he posted some videos of Sentinel soloing LOL Red Hulk, and that was kind of the turning point where I decided to take Sentinel to rank 5. So since he's close to shrugging off debuffs with that overheat, I'm going to use Sentinel's SP3 to get that armor buff, and then I can use it later to get some regeneration. Nice, yeah. Blue Marvel's got some really cool videos with with some champions that aren't as popular as the ones that everyone talks about. But he's got some real good quality videos. I got to be careful with how often I use parry. With when you use Star-Lord in Labyrinth of Legends, it's easier to kind of manage how many parries you get before Limber kicks in a lot. You got to do a better job managing those with champions that don't end fights as fast as Star-Lord does. There we go. That's the intercept technique I want to use more often. When you intercept like that, you don't have to rely on the parry, and you'll be able to not waste Limber so fast. Got another one. Come on. Start kicking that in. Start using that incinerate damage a little more. Gotcha. Gotcha again. So yeah, that intercept technique can be very useful in Labyrinth of Legends if you use it effectively. There's always going to be times where the AI doesn't take the bait or delays the counterattack and you get caught. So I'm doing a dash attack when the AI backs up there to hold block to create more space. Red Hulk's not a fight where you got to worry about it as much. Other fights like Black Widow especially, you really got to manage the stage to prevent from getting cornered. Same for Maestro if you're using a tech champion and he gets some of those like power gain or unstoppable buff. Got him again. Whoa, there's the evade. Oh, careful. Almost out of parries already. It's not good. So the Incinerate's not doing as much damage as I thought it would. Looks like Blue Marvel made this a lot easier than than I thought it would be. I'm gonna use Sentinel's SP3 in a little bit to get some of that regeneration, but man, Red Hulk could take the bait a little more. Whoa. Gotcha. Ah, he got me. Yeah, so no matter what strategy you use, there's always a chance the AI is going to mix up its patterns and going to get you. I don't think there's anything in MCOC as much as a bulletproof strategy that's going to work in every situation. You always want to be ready to adjust what you do in a fight, unless you use Corvus Glaive and the fight's over in 60 seconds or less. That's some decent regeneration. That's really cool that Sentinel has that regeneration. I just found that out, I think like a week or two ago, and I've had him at rank 5 for months. Go figure. But if anyone watching has never tried a Labyrinth run, Red Hulk is actually one of the longer regular fights. He's got really high physical resistance. So if you manage to solo Red Hulk, you're probably in pretty good shape for at least the easy path. But his physical resistance makes fights take a lot longer. I'm really good. I need to increase that SP2 frequency, or I don't know if I'll miss the solo. Hopefully not. Hopefully, once I get him to less than 18%, Assassin's gonna help a little bit. Come on. So I've been pretty fortunate with trying to do like standstill intercepts. Those are much harder to do than like when you bait attacks. But after this fight's over, I'll give a little commentary on how I try to use those sparingly to land intercepts when I'm not able to, like, initiate a combo. Damn it. I think Dorky Dave released a recent video series, his Instinctive Touch, which I glanced over the first one, and it looked like it had some really solid advice in there. Unfortunately, I haven't had as much time as I normally do to watch other YouTube videos from YouTubers. I've just been busy with some Alliance-related stuff for the past few weeks. One thing I try to do, I try to manage the AI's power to usually bait the special attack 1, because it's like baiting special attacks is probably the best way to get consistent attacks in Labyrinth of Legends. So if you push them to 2 bars of power instead of like 1.5, it becomes more difficult to consistently bait those special attacks repeatedly. There are a few exceptions when you'd rather bait a SP2 instead of an SP1. Black Widow is one of those, because her SP1 covers so much more room that if Black Widow keeps using her SP1 in the Labyrinth, if she keeps using her SP1 in the Labyrinth, there's a much greater chance you get cornered. If you can push Black Widow to her SP2, there's less chance that you get cornered. Ah, crap, not what I wanted. Gonna be a close one. I commented on one of the core streams I did where that technique where you don't finish a combo, back up and do the intercept. It seems like I have the best luck with that when I vary how many combo hits I do, so watch. So 4 hits, got him. So if he didn't have a bar of power, I would have either tried 2 or 3 the next time, but from my experience with using that, it seems like if you use the same amount of combo hits and not finishing combos, that the AI is more likely to adjust to what you're doing and delay their counterattack or do something else to throw off your rhythm. So 2, no. And again, no strategy is 100% effective. You always got to be willing to change things up, but it does look like I'll be able to get the solo. Cool, longer than I wanted, but got it done. Alright, let me go through some of the comments in the chat. Hey, Big Tuna tuned in. What's up, man? Big Tuna's a player in one of the MCOC chats I'm in. He's got a rank 5 Gladiator Hulk. He's got some cool videos of using him. Cool. Thanks, Eisenberg. Okay. What did I... Okay, so I said I was going to use Sentinel for this fight. I'll bring in Proxima next, I think? Yep, or yeah, for Elektra. Okay, so I'm not going to heal Sentinel because he's got the class advantage and the analysis charges as, you know, gives him either armor or critical resistance or something like that. But yeah, Big Tuna, there's a YouTuber named Blue Marvel. He's got some really cool Blue Marvel's got some really cool Sentinel videos. He also put up some amazing Crossbones videos recently. I've been a huge fan of Crossbones for some time, but Blue Marvel's got some phenomenal Crossbones 565 videos. So, let's see how Sentinel does against Old Man Logan now. Jesus, he's mixing things up a bit. So I stop attacking so I can bait the SP1 again. Both to get a counterattack in and to get those analysis charges built. Whoop. Okay, so we got full charges. Let's see how the SP2 does against Old Man Logan compared to Red Hulk. I just remembered, I forgot the mark of the Labyrinth node. I think the lower health you have when you start a fight, I know it increases the AI's attack, but I also think that it influences how aggressive the AI is. So if you start fights with lower health, the AI is going to be a lot more aggressive. But I'm already making much better time compared to the Red Hulk fight, so I'm going to try to get Sentinel some health back on his SP3. There we go. So, yep, spoke too soon. So that strategy works a lot better, that intercepting strategy, when you've got the AI cornered. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the videos of Magik getting those boss solos against Dormammu in Alliance War. But those videos, that technique or strategy or whatever, that was the blueprint for me to work on, you know, on practicing intercepts. It's a lot more effective when the AI is cornered compared to when you're in the middle of the stage. There we go. But I uploaded a video today of using the... Oops, gotta watch the screen. Oops. Good thing he has regeneration. I uploaded a video today of using that that intercepting technique against Korg using Dr. Voodoo. And it was a noted fight, but Voodoo still got the solo. Oh crap, I lost the armor buff, man. Too much multitasking. So what I did right there with getting more blocked hits than when the AI is blocking, that's a great way to keep building the AI's power, so it's easier to push them to their SP1, so you can keep getting those counterattacks and after you bait it. I think someone on Reddit, I want to say the guy's name was Takeshi, called it the pound the shield strategy. So 75% health up to 84, not bad. Oops, saved by the SP2 there, but crap. That could have been worse. When you're fighting Old Man Logan, you really want to make sure, or you want to be careful that he doesn't evade when he's got all of his buffs active, because he can really do some damage if you get caught with an evade and he gets a combo. Try to start spamming that SP2 a little more. And a little bit of a lag there, and I get screwed. So right here is when you really don't want to get hit. Intercepting's working a bit better there. Ah, crap, he got me. Alright, time to start using that SP3 again. So I know Sentinel's regeneration is based on how much health he has, but I'm not sure if it's more or less if he has low health, but I guess this is a great way to find out. bit more luck there, and another evade. So, last time he got 9% health back. Let's see how much he gets here. Oh, wow! 31%! Go figure. Man, that's awesome. Alright, let's see how much he can get back the next time. Wow! 31% regen on a 565 champ. That is legit. Hurry up and hold block. Close enough. There we go. Build up that power a bit more to make it easy to get him to his SP1. Nice. Thanks for subscribing, Fozzie. Thankfully, I saved up, or I conserved the parries a lot better this fight. Nice try. Okay, so we went from like 17 to 48 last time. So now he's at 47. Let's see what he goes up to. 66, 19%. Man, that is solid. Let's see if I can get Sentinel up to 80% health. Oh, crap. Oh my god, okay, never mind. I'll take surviving the match. Love how much damage that critical did. That's what I get for getting ahead of myself. Nice try. Thank God. Alright, we got regen again, so let's see how much he goes up from 2%. %36 health. That is so useful. So that's another thing you want to be careful about, the Mark of the Labyrinth node. Even when the AI is holding block, they can still evade. So if you're trying to hit them while they're blocking to build power, Jesus, come on, they can still evade. I think it's a 7% evade probability for every attack. Got a little bit of luck there. Not quite. Thank God I still have a few parries left. I haven't stunned enough to get screwed by Limber yet. So nice. Okay, I'm just gonna try to end the fight now with the SP2. There we go. Whew, that was close. So, as you guys can see, Sentinel, he's definitely a marathon champ for the Labyrinth Easy Pass, but that regeneration is so useful. Alright, I'm going to get a water real fast, then I'll be back for the Proxima fights. Give me a few seconds. Okay. What's up, Demasik? Hope I pronounced that right. So I mentioned earlier that trying to intercept from a standstill is much harder. I watched parts of Dorky Dave's Instinctive Touch video, and it looked like that he covered like to how to how to effectively do the standstill intercept. So if I say anything that was covered in his video, then yeah, then I apologize for that, I guess. But so when I try to land intercepts from standing still, one of the things I try to wait for is always try to wait for the AI to back up and then start walking forward towards me a bit. And then I kind of just feel out the situation. If I think that the AI is going to do a dash attack, or if the AI walks up and is a little close, and I think the AI is going to start to attack, light attack, I'll use a light attack to try to beat them to it. There was another video that was made last year by a YouTuber. I can't remember who, but he made a video on something called the safe intercept technique. And that's my preferred method of trying to interrupt the AI with if they're trying to attack. That's where you use a light attack or a light attack, but you can still back up or parry or block if the AI kind of does a stutter, or for a basketball metaphor, like a stutter step on a crossover. Like if they wait just a little bit and then wait for you to go first. But anyways, that's how I try to do the majority of my intercepts. I don't like using the dash attack, even though it's arguably more effective. It actually is more effective if your timing is right. However, if your timing's off, then you're going to get caught every time. But here we go with I'm using Proxima for Elektra. So the first mission is the knockdown mission. So that means I'm going to have to use I'm not going to have to. I'll use probably, damn it, just wasted one. Let me bait a heavy attack to get her back. Or not. When you're evading Elektra's SP1, the most important thing, at least in LOL, you do not want to try to evade too early. If you try to evade too early, you can get caught. And if you evade too late, unless Elektra evades your counterattack, you're usually good, but shit. Oh, got lucky there. If you try to evade and counter her SP1 late, the AI doesn't have parry in the Labyrinth, so worst case scenario, she blocks your attack. Great, I get to use parry real fast this time. That's what I dislike most about Proxima is the timing, or the order of her missions can be. Oh, I forgot. There we go. Yeah, that's an easy way to get her mission. Use it on or special attacks or projectiles. That way you don't waste a stun on parry. So the next one will be intercept. So I'll show you guys how I like to try to complete Proxima's intercept mission. Looked like I landed the intercept there, but I guess I got caught. The animation looked like I caught her, but hey, that's whatever. But to get Proxima's intercept mission, I try to do it as fast as possible, like I just did right there. Okay, so I got all of her missions done. Now I just got to get to 75 hits, and I don't have to worry about evade anymore. Time to watch the big damage. Or, sorry, that's not until she gets her 75 hit combo. Come on. Almost there. Man, she does not want to take the bait. There we go. All right, almost there. Okay, so no more evade. That's more like it. So let's see if we can get that SP2 on Elektra a bit more. No luck with the critical hits on our SP2. There we go. At least I got one there. That's one of the nice things about Proxima's light attack. It has massive range. I think maybe only Dr. Octopus has longer range on a light attack. There, well, anytime, there we go, 2 criticals, alright. Yeah, critical's gotta be 50,000 every time. Once she has 3 missions and her signature ability activated. A little bit of lag there again. And there you go. How many hits total? 342. Not nearly Star-Lord, but not bad. Thank you, Zeno and Anthony. Depending on your roster, I would wait, but I would probably choose a Archangel to R5 unduped. Even unduped, he still does massive damage. He just doesn't get the ability accuracy reduction. You got to see how many team potions I have. Yeah, not many. Let's see. Wow, and even the level 14 potions, they do so little for rank 5 5-star champs. That's how much health? Yeah, not enough, obviously. Yeah, thanks, Big Tuna. Okay, so Captain Marvel, I'll use Proxima again. I'll burn some of the level 2 potions. Captain Marvel's another fight you want to be careful because of her max signature ability. If you get caught when she has a decent amount of power, one combo and you're done. Kind of similar to Old Man Logan, just much worse in my opinion. But let's see how Proxima does here. Tried to parry that, but no luck. Man, someone's being aggressive. Not easy to parry that energy SP1. Oops. Looks like I messed up and finished her, got her signature ability before I completed all 3 missions. But let's see how much that affects her SP2 damage. Looks like there's not much of a difference. She's still doing 50,000 on critical hits, so I guess that's not a big deal. How the heck? I guess I lost the block there. Jeez. AI's using ninja skills this fight. So it looks like the non-critical hits don't do as much damage with only 2 of 3 missions. But at least the critical hits are still hitting hard. Man, lucky there. That's weird. I'm not used to the AI responding with light attacks when trying to bait intercepts. Usually they'll do a dash attack. Man, or I don't know why the dash attack's not going full range. That's weird. I don't know if anyone else has ever seen the AI use a dash attack and stay in the same spot instead of getting next to you. So one thing against Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel, whatever, in Labyrinth of Legends, if you finish combos and she has a bar of power to use her SP1, so say you finish a combo and she uses her SP1 right away, sometimes you can get caught by it if you're trying to evade or your timing has to be very precise if you finish combos and then try to evade that SP1. See, right there again, her dash attack, she doesn't get close to me. I don't know why that's happening, or if that's a bug, or if that's what's supposed to happen, who knows. Again, right there, dash attack, and she doesn't go anywhere. I'll check any of the comments in chat after the fight, but unfortunately, bugs in Labyrinth of Legends, they don't get fixed. Or some of them don't. I know when Blade was released, he wasn't getting danger sense against Magik. That got fixed. But against like Agent Venom, his incinerate timer is only supposed to activate if he makes contact with you, like if he hits you. But his incinerate timer activates when you trigger dexterity as well. And there we go. So I don't know if that's a bug where the AI is using dash attacks and not closing in, or if that's intentional, but sometimes bugs in Labyrinth of Legends, they never get fixed. I don't know if that's because the developers who coded Labyrinth of Legends are gone, or if Kabam intentionally doesn't fix Labyrinth bugs because they make money on LOL. I don't know. But Miss Marvel's light attack, she does a punch. Her dash attack, she does that axe kick. And there were multiple times that fight where she did her axe kick and she stayed where she was in the corner. She didn't she didn't move towards Proxima Midnight, so that's kind of weird. And at least this time I got the parry mission as the first one. Right there again, dash attack that stayed away from Proxima. It might be because my timing of evading that attack. It might be that I evaded late, so I evade it like or the timing of the evade is so that when she uses it, god damn it, she's right next to me. It's a lot easier to do Labyrinth runs when you're not talking, I will say that. Saved by the SP3. There we go. That's how the intercepting's supposed to go. Damn it. Ugh. Again, the order of her missions can make it a lot harder to get all three, or the later ones. Nice evade there. Alright, 2 more knockdowns and that's the 3rd mission. There we go, number 3. I don't know why I finished a combo there. Oh well. I'm gonna finish her off with finish Marvel off with Sentinel, and after this fight, I think I'm gonna cut back on how much commentary I do during Proxima fights. It does take a lot of concentration to use Proxima effectively. Unfortunately, she's not a what I call a parry and attack champ like Corvus or Blade. So right there, I was expecting Marvel to use her SP1, so I was able to time that evade, but again, when you finish combos against her, that SP1 evade timing can be tricky. I think I just figured something out, but I don't want to keep talking until the fight's over. Okay, so I noticed something when I was keeping Marvel in the corner there. I think the reason those dash attacks, or I think the reason the AI isn't moving in on those dash attacks that I mentioned is because when the AI uses them, I'm at like point blank range. So if I can back up earlier after I stop attacking before finishing combos, that will create more space. So when the AI uses those dash attacks, because of there being more space between us, then the AI is going to close in. But for this fight, we've got Abomination. So here we go. Our symbiote first. Oh no, I got the evade one. This is a first. And I missed that attack. So I'm going to need Proxima for this fight. So at least I've heard you get a lot of shards, or the reward for beating this guy's pretty solid. But this is the first time I've fought this one. And he's got Cyclops, great. Man. Oh, this is going to be fun. Jesus Christ. Oh, got him! Nice, 2,500 5-star shards. Wow. I'll take it. So, everyone else, I'm gonna stutter right there. Everyone else watching, has anyone else gotten that evade symbiote on any Labyrinth runs? I've read about that guy coming up, but that's the first I've come across him. Wow. Okay, now we get Abomination, but I'll take those shards. So, got a couple people watching. Has anyone else had that fight? Anyone else had that? I'm going to stock up on what I've got in storage right now. Oops, I don't know why I went there. Okay, back to the Labyrinth. So, when I fought Abomination, when I was still working on Exploration, I used a 5-star rank 4 Ultron. I do not recommend using Ultron for this fight. I used a 30% boost, or a 30% champions boost, and I only needed 3 revives for Ultron, but the fight took 45 minutes. You really don't want your labyrinth fights going that long, because they really take a lot out of you. But all right, so Abomination's got 3,380,000 whatever health. Let's see how Sentinel does against him. So for you guys watching, if anyone finds the fight where I used Ultron against Abomination, that was the fight. So the way that I've been doing intercepts for this run, my fights against Abomination and Guillotine as well using Ultron, those two fights were really the starting point of starting to get comfortable with using these strategies. Because of how long the fights took and how fast I used up Limber, there was no way to kind of maximize Ultron's damage for those two fights without doing this like over and over again. So when you've got someone with damage like Ultron and enemies with over 3 million health, the fights are going to be very long. You're gonna run out limber very fast. So far, I'm trying to do this fight as aggressively as possible without taking too many big risks. Abomination doesn't have the same kind of physical resistance that Red Hulk does. But I don't... as of right now, I don't think he's going to do enough damage to get a solo. But hey, let's see what happens. Well, he got me there. Got me again. And again. Yeah, jeez. So Sentinel's not as good for the Abomination fight as I was hoping. I want to check out... can't look at his physical... Or maybe it'll mention if he has any kind of resistance. Nope, no resistance or anything, so... So, if this was the first time I was doing this fight, I would boost, but I'm definitely not going to waste boosts I could use in an alliance war. Okay, let's see if I can get him down with only using one revive. Man. I can definitely see why so many players recommend using Blade for the Labyrinth after this fight. That danger boost and massive bleed damage, or danger sense, not danger boost. But the danger sense and the bleed damage he gets, really useful for the longer fights like this. Got me again. So trying to not finish combos and then backing up to interrupt the AI's attack. If your timing's off even just by a bit and say they delay their counter, I mean, pretty much if you're not expecting them to do that, it's really easy to get caught. I didn't mean to push him to 2 bars of power, but the trick to evading Abomination's SP2, you want to pay attention because when he starts his animation, the first hit isn't immediate. He raises his arms in the air and then he like pounds the ground. You don't want to time your first evade until after he pounds the ground. I've taken Path 5 on the last season of Alliance Quest enough on map 5 to figure out that if you evade too early when he starts his SP2 animation, you'll get caught by his ground pound. You want to wait until he hits the ground and you see the ground start moving towards you to time the first evade. It's pretty much the same thing as Gladiator Hulk's SP1. Also similar to Juggernaut's SP1. So it's not always smart to use Sentinel's SP2 in the corner since he doesn't create space on the block. All the evades this fight. At least for this fight, it looks like I may have enough time to get Sentinel back to full health and be able to finish it. Last fight, I was trying to spam this SP2 as much as possible. So right there, first evade, wait for Abomination to hit the ground and for the ground to start like moving towards you. If you start the evade as he raises his arms up, you're going to get caught. Damn it, got me again. So after I do his Sentinel's SP3 again to get regeneration, I'll go back to spamming his SP2. Thanks for the light, Umut. Okay, back to the SP2. Another strategy that I use in the Labyrinth is, so I mentioned building the AI's power to bait special attacks. If I have the AI like between 1 and, or a bar and 2 bars, like 1.5, I'll stop from finishing combos, because if the AI triggers that Mark of the Labyrinth evade on your final combo hit, unless you have at least a bar of power to use a special attack, you're screwed. I mean, that can literally cost you the fight against multiple Labyrinth opponents. And even if you do have a special attack to use based on whatever champion you're using, it may not be enough. Star-Lord is ideal for that situation because his SP1, he does that air kick. And even if the AI blocks it, the backlash, he creates enough space that he's able to counter, or he's able to block counter attacks on that blocked SP1. Other champions are, so Blade's another one actually, where if it gets blocked, he still creates a lot of room. So if his opponent tries to counter, he has enough time to block the counter attack. So right there, I didn't finish the combo because I built the AI's power enough, or almost there. Didn't estimate it right, but I almost timed it where I could get another special attack. So I'm trying to create space when I use Sentinel's SP2 from now on. That way, if it gets evaded in the corner, I don't get stuck and comboed. If I evade an attack and then use it, it's been pretty successful so far. And at enough distance where, damn it, that random evade. As I was saying, where I'm at enough distance where I may be able to block a counter attack. So now, I'm trying to mix up how often I repeat the same method or the same technique. Abomination's caught me a few times when I've just been trying to keep landing the same attacks the same way over and over again. Never mind, even though I had space, he got the evade, and I couldn't block that. So let me go back to the SP3 to get some health back. Another evade. Yeah, once the first enrage timer expires, those evades become more likely to happen. Hey, Queen. Playing hard to get now. There we go. Another evade. Another evade. I'm running low on time. I'm going to have to end this soon if I don't want to get screwed by the permanent unstoppable. Thanks for subscribing. Sorry I didn't catch the name because I'm trying to focus on this right now. Another evade. Man, they're everywhere. So much for Assassin's ability reduction, right? Thought I got that intercept, but obviously not. Gotta be a close one. So maybe 3 or 4 more SP2s will finish this. There we go. Not bad. 1 revive. I'm going to check out who subscribed at the end. Awesome Boy 159 Gaming. Thanks for subscribing, man. So that's 2 revives on the regular nodes and 1 on the enigmatic so far. 3 overall. That's not too bad. Could be better, could be worse. I'm going to go back to my stash to get any potions I have saved up. Thanks, awesome boy. It's I got to give props to one of our past alliance mates, MK, for finally convincing me to try live streaming. Ooh, starting to get low. Okay, I'm gonna take a break for a couple minutes. When I've done Labyrinth runs in the past, I usually get sloppy if I try to do too many in a row. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. So just hang tight till then. Okay, break time over. All right, Madden. Guessing that might be Mads in our alliance. Taking notes. That's funny. Okay, so the next fight is Unstoppable Colossus. Kind of have a bit of a, what's the word? Bit of a rivalry with this guy. I was never able to solo him on the 7 runs prior to this. I would usually use Star-Lord, and the best I was able to do was 1 revive against Unstoppable Colossus. So really motivated to get the solo with Sentinel. I'm going to heal him up all the way, lower that attack. So if I don't talk much during... Crap, hold on. If I don't talk much during this fight, it's because I'm concentrating, but hold on. Sorry, something came up. Be back in about 10 seconds. Okay, back to the fight. Yeah, first run's, at least in my opinion, first run's the hardest, Mads. There's really nothing else in the game that compares to doing a Labyrinth run. So that first one, it can be really draining, but here we go. one thing with Unstoppable Colossus, he throws up his heavy attack more often than other Labyrinth opponents. You really want to keep an eye out for that, because he does it very fast. You also want to try to bait his SP1 instead of his SP2, because he covers less room. With his SP2, less chance for you to get cornered. And this is one of the Labyrinth matchups where you really do not want to get cornered. Definitely behind schedule with trying to get the solo, so I'm really going to need to speed up using Sentinel's SP2. That right there is why I don't like trying to intercept when the AI has a bar of power. I was able to get out of the way of that SP1, but it's not easy to do that. The strategy that I would use with Star-Lord against this guy is I would usually try to... See right there? I'm blocking attacks until he throws up a heavy, and then I counter. I would do that with Star-Lord, but it drains his health real fast. Sentinel's not as bad because I think he gets like armor and critical hit resistance with his analysis charges. Ah, crap. Again, too much commentary, not enough focus. Got caught again, and this might be it. Nope. This is where I need to get that regeneration. Yep, got caught there. That's why I don't like to do that when they can use a special attack. Okay, so I have a team revive in stash, so I need to use one. So I'm going to try to finish off with Proxima without healing. So if I lose her, I'll revive her. If I can take him out, great. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Isaac. Damn it. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, so this is one of the Labyrinth matches on the regular matchups, non-enigmatic matchups that at least that I struggle with the most. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Sentinel without healing to see if I can use his regeneration to get back to high health. The downside is, since I'm only starting with 40% health, Unstoppable Colossus will have high attack, and he's going to be even more aggressive than he normally is. I think that also it increases his evade and other abilities when you start with lower health. I don't think anyone knows exactly how the Mark of the Labyrinth works in its entirety, but based on the description, it's, you can make an educated guess on all of the effects it has. Another evade early on. Yeah. That's why when you're doing a Labyrinth run, no matter how much of a groove or rhythm you get into, you never want to go automatic with the button mashing, because those evades can come out of nowhere. So even with, I've already taken 5% block damage on this fight. Shit. Well, if I can get the SP3 before he goes down, I might be in okay shape. Yeah, welcome back, Dawater. I heard that last time that you can hear me playing on the phone. Damn it. So hopefully one more SP2 and I got him. Let's see if the SP1 can actually take him out. Nope. Time to hit him while he blocks. Ha! Stand your ground. Thank you. Oh man, that was lucky. Oh, I hate that fight so much. Oh, I get the other symbiote. Awesome. At least this one doesn't evade. This one has Juggernaut's moves. The Cosmic one was Cyclops. So much for block working. So I'm not going to bother healing. Instead, I'm going to try to use his SP3 to get his health back since I'm running low on potions. Damn it. Oh, man. Looks like fatigue might be setting in a bit. So once you get past Unstoppable Colossus on your easy runs, it's kind of a little bit of a milestone. You get a lot of easier fights at that point. The next hard one, in my opinion, is Magik. I know some people talk about like War Machine and Falcon being harder fights because of the SP1 block damage, but when I get to them, I'll mention something on why I don't think they're as bad as people make them out to be. Falcon I soloed a few times. War Machine, best I did, I cleared with one revive using Star-Lord. Alright, hopefully this doesn't take him out, because if it does, I don't think he gets the regen. Thank you. That's pretty good. 40% health on the revive, and he ended with 68, so that's not bad. So when you clear, I think that symbiote you get on every run, he gives you a 5-star generic 6-stone. The evade one gave me a 2500 5-star shard, so that was really cool. Okay, so I had mentioned that I was going to use Proxima Midnight for more fights, but definitely used more potions than I'd hoped for, so I'm going to keep using Sentinel for now. I will be using Proxima for the classic Spider-Man fight and for the Maestro fight and for X-23 too. I mean, but to conserve resources, I will be going with Sentinel more than I had planned. And there's that evade again. At least Vision's SP1 hits like a noodle. I say noodle, but it looks like that did about 20% damage, so not as weak as I thought. Man, another evade. They're all over the place these last few fights. And another one. So those last few times I was having better luck landing attacks when I backed up earlier from before I finished a combo. I've been trying to postpone the backup or delay it. But it looks like at least there I had better luck when I backed up earlier. But again, that may just go back to mixing up, I had mentioned before, not doing the same thing over and over again. Damn it. At least this will give me some more regen then. Oops, I don't know what happened there. So that saved, creating distance for Sentinel's SP2 saved me there. If that had happened in the corner, I would have been caught. That's a good point, Dollar. I'm mostly not applying the shocks because it's not always easy to land Sentinel's heavy attack without parry, so... Ah, crap. Gonna need to get saved by Regen again, hopefully. But yeah, I should be doing that. Or at least a little bit. Alright, so 9% regen, or 9% health. I think that this gets him a little bit over 40%. Yep. So yeah, Star-Lord is clearly much better than both Sentinel and Proxima for the Labyrinth. Especially if you use a rank 5-star Star-Lord. Best Labyrinth champ in the game, in my opinion. I mean, Blade and Spider-Man Stark Enhanced are both excellent champs for the Labyrinth, but Star-Lord at rank 5 can just clear nodes so fast. I used mine at rank 4, and for example, like one of the harder fights is Doctor Strange, and the final time I fought Doctor Strange, I was able to get the solo using a 455 Star-Lord. So I don't know of any other champions, or at least 5-star champs at rank 4 that have the potential to solo Doctor Strange, because that fight takes forever. So this fight's starting to go a little more my way now. I might be able to get Sentinel close to full health if I can avoid getting hit. That's Creeper, if you're watching this at all, just don't get hit, right? Then everything's easy in this game. Even as long as Sentinel is taking these fights are taking him, though, his regeneration, that makes him a much better Labyrinth option than I was expecting. At least for the easy path. Some of the enigmatic nodes, definitely not a top option, but for the nodes that have like 1.5 or around 1.5 to 2 million health, he's definitely not bad. I might have 1 or 2 parries left where I can actually get an attack in. That might have been the last one. I've got one more in. And that's that. So that's pretty good. I can start a fight with Sentinel. I think it was around 40 to 60 there and end with 80. That really helps save those potions. So I'm going to mix things up and use Proxima on this fight. Let's see if I can get a solo with her. So when Spider-Gwen uses her SP1 pretty much all the time, but especially Labyrinth, don't try to attack, wait for it to wear off. Okay, I gotta limit the attack so I can... Got lucky there. Oh crap, I used it too early too, that's awesome. Oh, great. I may not be able to get that third mission. Have an idea, but try to do it that way, get myself in the corner and bait the heavy attack. It's working so far. This just might work. Nice, barely. There we go. Okay, we're in good shape now if I can bait that SP2. Thank you. So now that Proxima's got her permanent true accuracy, no more evade for the rest of the fight. Even with Spider-Gwen's SP1, I think. I don't know, sometimes it's been bugged. Nope. Yep, see? Don't have to worry about Spider-Gwen's SP1 anymore. That's awesome. I messed that up. No doozy. I'm starting to think I may not finish this in one go with I forgot how long the easy path run is without doing the enigmatic nodes. When you do it, it's even longer. So this is where Proxima shines in the Labyrinth. When you have all of her missions and her signature ability activated, you've got her max damage potential going, and the Labyrinth AI has no chance to evade with that permanent true accuracy. It just takes a couple of, or enough critical hits on her SP2 to finish the fight. You figure 4 hits total on the SP2. If you ever manage to get critical hits on all 4, that's 200,000 damage on one special attack. So that's absolutely massive, but I don't even know if I've ever done that once. So 1, 2, that's that right there was close to 140,000 damage. Not bad. And that's with her damage capped too. So, fingers crossed that the sequel to The Labyrinth has no damage cap. Oops, a little too early there. So even with no critical hits, it does just under 80,000 damage. $100,000, about 146, 147 total there. Oh my gosh! Counterattack too early, you gotta be kidding me. I'll finish with Sentinel. Man, that sucks. Oh man. So again, one of the downsides, guys, if you're planning a Labyrinth run, the longer you go without taking breaks or, doing something to kind of refresh yourself, the more likely you're going to be to make mistakes like I did right there. Timed the counterattack on the SP1 too soon. Okay, that's bad. So Spider-Gwen activated her trap spider there. That means you can't counter after a heavy attack. After her heavy attack, I think she's unblockable during the first attack, so you really got to be careful with that when she... This is a scenario you want to avoid at all costs in the Labyrinth. Or at least get her to switch back to her other form. What the hell was that? A dash attack and he just stood there, really? Wow. Well, I guess that's what Kabam calls working as intended. Okay, well, that could have been worse, I guess. Well, I was planning to use a Sentinel for this anyways, so it does suck to use the potions on Proxima and lose her at the end like that. So Cyclops is another champion like Miss Marvel, where if he uses his SP1 right after you finish a combo, the timing to create space and then to evade the SP1 has to be very precise. So that's why against Cyclops I prefer to not finish combos if you can use an SP1. And it got caught there. So the trick to evade Cyclops' SP1 is similar to like what I said about Abomination's SP1 animation. Is the animation starts early, the attack is delayed when he right there when he starts to move his head forward. That's when you evade. So too early you'll get hit, too late you'll get hit. Yeah, nice one, Uzi. This might be my last fight of the night. So, of the 7 runs I did, there were only 2. No, take that back. There were 3 runs of the 7 I did where I did them in a single sitting. And that was the first one just because I didn't know any better. The short path, which is like 8 or 9 fights, and then the second to last one. Those 3 I did in one sitting. If you can manage to do that, props to you. But, I mean, got me again. Labyrinth runs, they drain you a lot, man. That's why I prefer to do them over the span of 2 days. We have Alliance War tomorrow. That's not that late yet. So I may finish this tomorrow morning. I'm pretty sure not as many people, if anyone, can watch it then, but I'm going to need Proxima for Alliance War attack. So it's much easier to evade Cyclops' SP2. But I think it's Road to the Labyrinth, chapter 3 or something, 3 or 4. There's a Cyclops in there with an unblockable SP1 and getting sloppy again. Anyways, that fight in Road to the Labyrinth is good practice for learning how to evade Cyclops' SP1. I prefer to bait the SP1. Most of the time I can get into a good rhythm, but his SP2 is much easier. Gotta love when they evade the counterattacks. However, one of the enigmatic nodes, which in my opinion is the hardest fight in the Labyrinth, except for classic Spider-Man if you don't use someone like Archangel. The hardest fight in the Labyrinth is 9D Cyclops, which is the blue version, because his enigmatic node is once he uses an SP1, all of his attacks go unblockable. And the only way to turn that off is if he uses a special attack too. But that, unless you have like Spider-Man Stark Kit enhanced with, I think it's his Miles synergy, with the 30% longer stuns, that fight, it fucking sucks. I'm sorry. First time over 20 revives using Star-Lord. Second time I did a lot better and still took me 7 revives. Jeez. Alright, no more talking. Time to get serious. Oh man, I guess we got too predictable on that. Yeesh. So even if against a special attacks like Cyclops, his SP1, I mean, even if you have all the practice in the world evading it, the longer fights go against him, the more likely you're going to be to mistime the evade. So that's, again, another benefit of using Star-Lord for a fight like this. End the fight faster. You don't have to evade it as often. Okay, so 1 revive on Cyclops. Okay, so in the description I said I was going to try Guillotine, but man, with how long that Abomination fight took, I think I'm going to skip that one. I'll still do Spidey and X-23. So this would be the Guillotine fight. But no thanks. Alright, so hold on. I want to bring up the LOL map and see how many fights I've got left. How many I've done so far. Let's see. Man, 9 fights so far. Falcon, Gamora, 3, 4, 5. So it would be 13 fights tomorrow. Yeesh. Okay, so I'll fight Falcon and then this will be the last one, but I'll explain something that works well against Falcon and War Machine. So there's a YouTuber, for the few people watching, Hobbit Crom released a video recently about how to sorry guys, I'm getting tired. How to get the AI to not use special attacks. So the short version is hold block and the AI is less likely to use special attacks. This was something that I figured out on one of my Labyrinth runs a few months ago. But this technique is very useful against Falcon and War Machine. It makes it much easier to push them to their SP2 to avoid the block damage that you're going to take on their SP1. So the best I was able to do against Falcon soloed. War Machine, the best I did was one revive with Star-Lord. I'll show you guys what I mean for this fight. The video that Hobbitcrom posted is an excellent, he gives an excellent explanation on this tactic. I got lucky there. So I'm going to hold block, and the AI attacks. Unfortunately, sometimes I'll show you guys a better version. So don't finish the combo. Back up and hold block. No luck there. So again, no strategy is foolproof. And reflexes are getting slow. Couldn't get the counterattack in. Yeah, reflex is way off right now. At least, nice. I completely forgot about that. Proxima's got safeguard on projectiles when she has a 30+ hit combo or more. Man, that's useful for these fights. So Proxima's critical rate is not very good. I think she would be a much better option if you used a 565 version with the mutant critical synergy. little bit of lag there. Falcon does not want to take the bait on the intercepts. Safeguard not enough. Nice, Keyshawn. Yeah, Act 5-2 is got some very hard levels in there. Okay, now he's taking the bait. What the heck? Where was all this when I was using Proxima? He's taking the bait every time now. Last fight he didn't take it at all. Man. So I'm holding block there to... There we go. Bait basic attack so I can push him to his SP2. Keyshawn, I think Blade would get pretty decent ability accuracy reduction on that, but he wouldn't get any power, so he wouldn't have any regeneration for those fights. God damn it! Oh boy! Thank God he's bleed immune. All right, guys. That's going to be it for tonight. So I'll move up to... Who's the next fight's Gamora or something? Yeah, the next one's Gamora. Magik after that. And, but I'm freaking exhausted, and I still got to do some, I got to do Defender placement in the morning. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If it's your first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you got anything out of the video, hit that like button too. So, hope you guys had a good weekend. Tune in tomorrow morning if you're able to when I finish the run. Thanks for watching.